Amy.
I'm Dina.
We have a special guest with us tonight.
Super special.
Super special. Do you hear that? The voice is like 10 octaves lower.
This is our first male guest.
It's
That's
super exciting.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
Making history over here.
Yep.
So, what's your name?
History on her story.
Yep. That was a good one.
It was, right?
That was like quick too.
Yeah.
You came up with that one fast.
Today is actually National Moscato Day, and I brought a giant bottle of Moscato, but
Yeah.
we said...
I drove here with a pitcher of Alabama Slammers in my hand, hoping that I wasn't going to get pulled over because I had an open pitcher of Alabama Slammers in my hand.
And I never had an Alabama Slam.
I have never had an Alabama Slim either. It looks like neighborhood Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I was going to say like a fruit punch.
It tastes like neighborhood Kool-Aid. It kind of tastes like spiked punch. Like,
It tastes like jungle juice a little bit.
I've never had jungle juice.
I don't know. I feel like this is what it would taste like. Maybe.
Where would you have jungle juice? In the jungle?
Yeah, no, in college.
I've had it with the guys from the Hagerman Fire Department. Gambler juice.
Gambler juice.
That's some intense stuff.
So what's your name?
My name is Dylan.
And Dylan just happens to be my brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little brother.
Right.
Baby brother.
Yeah. And he's a fun time.
Yes.
Always.
So,
He just got back from vacation.
yeah, Charleston.
South Carolina.
And how was that?
It's one of the most beautiful places I've been, and not just this city or town of Charleston, but Charleston's like a county down there.
Oh.
So we rented a car, and this weekend we probably put like 400 miles on the car just driving around. You know, we went down to Savannah, Georgia, but we stayed in the county of Charleston. It's just like beautiful scenery. We went to a plantation. We went to Magnolia Plantation down there, and it's just like gorgeous.
Magnolia Plantation, like on Sweet Magnolias. Have you seen the movie?
No, I have not.
You have not seen the movie?
No.
I guess it's a chick flick. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's like a classic.
Really?
Chick flick.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll have to watch it.
Makes you cry.
Oh,
One of those, but
Yeah.
like one of those white houses with the mossy trees, like look like that.
That's exactly what it looked like. It was built in the 1600s, and it was on 350 acres of land.
Do people live in that house?
No, it's like you people pay to like go visit the garden there. So we went to the garden, and you could do boat tours. There's swamps. We went throughout the swamps. There's alligators walking across paths and copperhead snakes. We saw just about everything.
Wow.
It was an experience. It was cool. I took probably like 300 pictures just at the plantation. It's just like an experience.
Did you feel like you like traveled back in time? Did it feel like another time?
You want to know? It's just weird because I was walking with Kat and my wife, and we walked past like the old slave cabins. It was a plantation with so we walked past the slave cabins, and they have like a small little graveyard there.
Oh, really?
Where they buried them and it got like real fast. Aww. And it's like you walk past it and you're like, oh my god, you get like chills a little bit, thinking like, man, people lived in these things.
Were they restored, or are they just kind of like? Because I'm curious, like what did it look like?
They did tours, and one of the tours was like the history of the slavery on the plantation, which we didn't really do, but it didn't look like they touched the cabins at all, and it was weird. It was just this little tiny circle where they put like gravestones there. So I guess they had
to bury their own.
Yeah.
But they were.
It was an intense. Like we drove past, and I'm like, Kat, this is the cabins, and there's a grave, and she was just like, oh my god, that's crazy. It's a little eerie, actually.
Interesting.
Eerier than which cemetery in Salem?
That's a different kind of eerie.
Okay, so it's like a real eerie, like eerie.
This is like a, however many years of oppression on like
American soil.
Yeah. It's crazy. And
Salem
was like a haunted, you want to go get spooked a little bit.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. And the weather was nice down there?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And they said, it's either blistering hot down there at this time or really cold. And we got there and it was 80 degrees, 78 degrees, 85 degrees on like the second to last day that we were there. And it was sunny all day. It was like unbelievable weather.
Do they have like a town, like local life?
Yeah. Downtown Charleston was probably one of the coolest places I've ever been. It's got so much history, and not to mention there's 160 bars and restaurants all within walking distance of each other.
160?
Yeah.
It's like Patchogue times
100.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? And it's right on Charleston Harbor, so you're walking. You could hop from bar to bar, but you can still see the whole harbor. You'll see the cruise ships and the barges coming in and out. Our hotel was on the other side of Charleston Harbor, so we crossed this bridge. It's called the Ravenel Bridge. I don't know if you ever watched like Southern Charm.
No, I haven't. Mm-mm. You haven't?
No.
Oh.
Is that a movie or something?
No, it's like a reality show where these people live in Charleston pretty much. I don't watch it. Kat and her mom love the show. And there's this guy Ravenel on it, and his family owned and built that bridge. So it was pretty cool. We crossed it like every single day. But our hotel was on the other side of the harbor, and it was like great because it was like downtown Charleston, like southern city life, and then like you leave, and then we go to like a resort. It's called the Beach Club on the harbor side, something like that. That's
where you stayed? But that's not originally where you were staying.
No, we stayed at... And it was the same facility, but they put us in this little shit room. And, me and Kat don't go away often. And we were paying $330 for this room. What the hell was the name of the place? It wasn't...
was it the rooms that you showed? Kat sent me a link.
There was pictures on the website,
and really colorful rooms.
And it was a big room. There was like 2 chairs, and we walk into this room, and it's like a 10 by 10 square with a tiny little bathroom. And Kat was pissed.
10 by 10 square.
Yeah, Kat was pissed, and I was a little upset too.
What could you possibly fit in a 10 by 10 square? There couldn't have been 2 chairs and a bed in there and a dresser.
It was a bed. About 1.5 feet, and then like a television, and then like 2 foot this way. There's the bathroom, which is, if we're getting ready in the morning, there's no way you fit in 2 people.
No, I've stayed in an $80 night Days Inn. That sounds better than that.
Yeah, exactly. I've stayed in way cheaper places, and we ended up calling, and they actually ended up like, yeah, we're gonna move you next door to our other hotel, the Beach Club. And, we'll charge you an extra $300 for the whole, because it's like a newer hotel. It's a bigger room. The room's it's got a balcony. It's right on the harbor. So we're like, oh, great. They're going to move us this place, charge an extra $300, and we're going to get the same shit. But we walked into this place, and it was like the Taj Mahal of rooms. It was amazing. Like 15-foot ceilings. Yeah, you know what? It was just like, whatever.
Gotta get out of this room.
Yeah.
We're like, I'm like, we're not spending our vacation like this. It's just not happening. We work too hard to spend our vacation in a cramped room. And
I remember that I was talking to our mother, and she said that she was gonna call the hotel.
Oh yeah.
But they put their big people pants on and and complained.
Did some adulting.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like you have to call reservations. You can't go to the front desk. The front desk is like, yeah, we'll just we'll take off your hotel fee for the night, and it's like a luxury fee or something like that. I'm like, oh great, I didn't even know we had a luxury fee. But thanks for taking off the $40 a night luxury fee.
And there's no luxury.
Yeah. And it's not making my room any bigger.
No.
Yeah.
And then we ended up making a phone call, and they're like, yeah, we could do this. We're like, great, an extra $300. And then I was like, Kat, listen, we should do it because I'm not spending the next 5 days in a shoebox.
That would be very close quarters to
Kat. And it ended up awesome. And the trip like was just amazing after that point. It was only like the first hour where we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. We talk about this all the time, though. There's nothing that just ever goes smoothly. There's always that
black cloud life,
right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just get to something from point A to point B without some kind of stressor.
Now, how were the drinks?
The drinks were great.
Did you drink any like local southern?
I drank, this is called the Southpaw Brewery. It's from South Carolina.
You went there, or you just had the beer?
The beer is all over all the bars.
Okay.
Most of the beer in those bars are from local breweries, and there's a lot. There's a lot of local
bars.
I know.
It's crazy. It really is crazy, and they're all different. You know, like there was we went to a honky tonk one night. There's upscale places. We went to this place called Poogan's Porch, and it was a converted like 300-year-old home that they made into a restaurant, which was like one of the coolest things ever. You know, we ate on the front porch of it.
Oh, that's cool. Cute.
Are they all connected to each other, or are they just like separate? And
the houses or the restaurants?
Like the restaurant and bars and everything. Like, you know how Patchogue, they're all connected.
A lot of them are connected to each other, but like once you get into like the residential area, they're right next to each other, but they're not exactly connected to each other.
Nice.
But yeah, it was the nightlife there is fun. It's not like when you go out here and people are shit wasted. It's like, I hate to say it, but like these people know how to like hold down their booze,
or use it wisely.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? No, we had an experience
on
this
Saturday.
week. Yeah,
we went into Patchogue. We went to a comedy show. And then, but even before the comedy show,
it was Saturday. It was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
I mean, so people were obviously
Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah, drinking from early on, but it was like a live after 5 status at midnight, and people were still getting dropped off.
And there were just lines outside of every place. The tap room had a line down the sidewalk.
It's a deterrent, and I said, what did 50,000, 500,000? I think I even upped the ante. People just turned 21 last week, because that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
A very amateur, wasted crowd, until there was this one couple. They had to be like in their 50s, right?
Yes, from the sidewalk.
Yeah, because there was no sidewalk, because the lines were like taking over the sidewalk, so everybody kind of had to like walk in the street. So I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. Both of us, we never leave anywhere, you know. We had to go.
Yeah.
We had to go.
Yeah. And we almost got killed in the Uber.
Oh, we did. Twice. This freaking Uber. Listen to this Uber stories.
I love Uber stories.
Oh, man. So...
No, this is like... Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out how to get out of here alive, right? Because it looks like the zombie apocalypse. People were just stumbling. We said... like... If it wasn't fighting, glasses were being dropped. Yeah. It was a ruckus.
It's a shit show.
It was. Shit show is like a contour.
And we were like somewhat sober, so it was...
Yeah.
And you get pissed off when people are way drunker than you and they're making idiot mistakes. You get like really just pissed off.
Because at that point we had like one margarita. So it was like not even like buzzworthy. So Dean's like, we have to either go down a side street or walk to the end of Main Street, because we need to like get out of here. Yeah. So I'm like, let's keep walking. Every place we walk past, every single place. Gaia was out of control. Like, that line never ended the entire night. I don't understand it, and I just can't explain it. Aruga's had a line.
Gaia turns into like a club at night.
What the heck?
It's crazy.
Yeah, but it was light out when that line formed.
Yeah, well, I think that was the whole Cinco de Mayo crowd.
Yeah, they're playing it up. And
it's a Colombian restaurant people.
I know, Mexican. Is there even Mexican?
But no, didn't my friend say, she said that they don't actually celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Mexico. Yeah.
Is it Mexico Independence Day? What is Cinco de Mayo?
I don't know.
I saw a video about this on Facebook, and some guy was like, it's not Independence Day. It's how the Mexican militias fought off the I don't know, the French or whoever was invading, and it had something to do with the whole. It had something to do with us for the most part. And this guy went on, and I'm like, listen, man, it's Cinco de Mayo, man. I'm gonna go out and have a margarita.
Exactly.
Mexican. I know. And we turned it into this holiday for money reasons. I mean, people just want to make money off of it. The bars, especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, come in for $4 margaritas and $6 tequila shots.
Yeah.
No, so that's what it basically was.
Yep.
Okay, so back to this Uber story. So we walk past everything. We're across the street from the tap room at this point because I'm trying to save the night. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
And Cinco de Mayo.
And it was, I think it was like
11 o'clock.
Yeah, it was before
midnight. You can't be one and done on.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like, come on. And, Dina's like, no, I'm done. I'm like, let's just keep walking. Then we saw a line at the brick house, or what we perceived as a line.
Yeah.
But we're like, once there's a line at the brick house, we're like, man, we gotta go home. This is just not for us.
When is there ever a line at the brick house?
Exactly.
Even at the tap room, though. I've never seen a line at the tap room like that.
I've seen lines at the tap room, but the craziest line I've ever seen is probably at the meatball place.
And I don't know what.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
That the layout of the meatball place is so not like good for a crowd.
They took that whole line of tables
yes,
out, then it'd be better. But they don't, and it gets super cramped in that place. And you
can't even find your way. And then they open up a makeshift bar in the back, and then that gets even. The place is just like a sauna, a sweat box.
I'll tell you what, though, they probably make a ton of money there.
And they have really good bands there.
I know.
Yeah, we've seen.
I don't mind the meatball. I'm not waiting on a line to get in anywhere, though. No, I'm not doing it.
Can't do it.
No,
so we decided to get the Uber.
So we're standing outside the front tap room.
And then that's when the glass was breaking and it was time to go.
I'll call Uber. So the Uber app, you know how you can watch your cars coming? Mm-hmm. So we're watching, and this guy, he's like finishing a job. So Adina's like, oh, there he goes, because he's like driving past us. But then you see the car like spinning
in circles. Yeah. Is he doing donuts or something?
On the street.
On the app. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Now it's starting to rain and it's getting cold. And of course, we didn't have jackets or anything. So he comes back. And we see him and he stops and people are beeping at him behind. So I'm like, just give us a second, we'll get in the car. And he's like, oh, I get beeped at all the time, blah, blah, blah. We start driving.
Yeah, now we know why. We started driving.
Talking. So he has this like southern...
like twang a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not true southern. Like I can't place it. So I'm like, yeah, where are you from? And he's like, yeah, people ask me this all the time. Oops, let me curve, let me swerve here. I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't talk to this guy, right?
Where did he end up being from?
He said he's from upstate New York, but he's military. And I said, that's where that accent comes from. So military has
stationed
that
down
accent.
south,
and
they gain it.
Yeah. So I said, what branch or whatever, because we have family. And he said the Air Force. So I said, oh, Smarty Pants, right? Well, then this guy passes the block.
Yeah, we were going to my house.
Dina's like, that's my block. You went too far. So he's like, okay. And he like pulls in. Yes!
In the most dangerous part of Waverly Avenue. Wait, that's crazy.
No, but it gets better. So we make the U-turn, and I'm like, okay. And then he's continuing to talk, and I'm like, wait, there goes my block again. He passes it again. I was like,
so then she's like, no, there it is. Don't forget we're sober. And I'm like trying to talk to him. I don't know why. I'm continuing talking to him. Then he goes up on the curb, and we're like bumping
and I said, just pull into this thing, and you can like cut through and get back to the block. He passes that.
Yeah, screaming.
We're not even to the best part yet. So now I'm like, now he pulls into like a little crevice area where he can kind of make a U-turn. And
but it's not really an area. We're on the curb.
Yeah. And I said, no, you can just like, I was getting ready to say, you can drive down the middle median.
We're bouncing around.
He goes on the opposite side of like,
London driving.
Against traffic. And I'm like, wait, you're in the wrong lane.
We're gonna die. So then he makes a left onto the block and he passes the house. So instead of us saying, just let us out of the car, Gina tells him drive into the woods.
I said no, because I go down the block and then you can make that turn in that little dirt road.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna die.
I said now that I think about that, he could have just killed us.
We're gonna die.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
That was crazy.
It was. We're like we're getting rides home. I mean, besides the parking situation, because I think that sometimes it's worth the $6 to not have to drive in circles to find a parking spot. We're driving home so that we don't, be the misfit on the road.
Responsible, yeah.
Yeah, so we're responsible drinkers. I think we had intentions of, making a Saturday night out of it. Didn't mean to be sober.
No, it was pretty funny.
Sober is scary. On all levels, because that street was scary, those bars were scary.
The Uber
driver was scary.
But he was a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, he was nice.
I don't think they psych check some of these people.
Well, he definitely...
I've heard some,
he was like...
So
I've
he
heard
had
some nightmares about...
He's like driving, and I don't know how his ex even came up into the conversation.
His ex-wife.
Yeah, something about money, I'm sure. Something about ex-wife. And he has a wedding ring on. Clearly.
Some people live interesting lives.
Yeah,
clearly.
It gets to a point where you're like, you tell yourself, don't ask any more fucking questions. Because I don't want to know anything.
But sometimes that ride home is extremely awkward.
Yeah.
So I always try to ask them what they're up to.
Yeah. We'd taken Uber Cinco de Mayo when we went out in Charleston.
Okay. They had Uber in Charleston?
They did. They had Uber. I saw a Lyft, but mostly Uber. So I was like, let's just take an Uber from the resort to downtown Charleston. Because it's Cinco de Mayo, we're going to have a couple drinks. I think it's weirder when the guy doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This guy, he was
St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
He was he had to be like West Indian or something like that. So he was blasting like his music, and me and Kat are sitting dead quiet. I said, "Oh, hey man, how you doing? Hey, how's it going?" Less words that I heard from the guy for 15 minutes, and me and Kat are like sitting in the back of the car.
Like, do we talk?
I'm like,
Do we
what
make
the
a
hell's
sound?
going on? This guy's not gonna like ask us what we're in town for, but the guy on the return. Some Uber drivers you get are great. The guy on the return trip, he was just chatting us up, and it was just an all around really good guy. He'd lived in Charleston for years and years and met the love of his life there, and like the stories you get out of these people are sometimes and he had like a little tip jar, so I threw a couple bucks in there.
Oh, really?
I've never seen that.
He had
I thought you weren't allowed to have like...
He had a gratuity jar in there.
And that was an Uber.
And it was.
Okay.
Wow.
And I don't know, you know how like sometimes Uber drivers do Lyft and a couple of different things. I think he just did Uber, but he was just like a super nice guy and super friendly and talked to us all. It felt like the whole trip felt like it was 5 minutes because when people
had a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we had a guy
when
like
people
that,
don't talk to you, it's just weird.
So awkward.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When we were in Austin, they don't have Uber. They have something called Fasten, and every driver that picked us up said nothing to us.
Oh,
and then we were like, how many girls that went down to Austin?
Yeah.
And they're picking us up in minivans because, because we had a big crowd, but literally, and they were like. They were bizarre.
Like, maybe that was maybe they're not. I don't know. You would think.
So
even
weird.
New York City taxi drivers talk to you for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. Even when we were for my bachelor party when we went down to Nashville, Uber, first off, was incredibly cheap, so it was amazing. It cost us $5 or $10 to get 5 of us to Broadway and 8th on
That's the
in
best
Nashville.
thing about Uber.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my god, it's going to cost us $3 each to frickin' $6 to go back and forth kind of deal. And Uber was everywhere. But the guys were, once they found out that we were on a bachelor party, they were chatting us up. Yeah, go here.
Giving you advice.
Hey, look,
that's
hey, man, where's the best? I'll let you know where the best strip clubs are. Yeah, and it was just some southern people are, from what I learned from this past weekend, are usually much more friendlier.
But isn't that a given? Doesn't everybody know
Every
that?
time we walked into a store, even if it was a 7-Eleven, you'd open the door and they'd be like, hey y'all, how you doing today?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
always.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks. How are you? And I'm like,
that's how they roll down there.
I'm
And
like, this is the
you'll never
best.
see a random shopping cart in a parking lot.
Yeah.
Everybody puts their shopping carts back.
I know. It's like a Southern courtesy. You know, it was really nice. There was some things that you know, Southern culture, like the ritzy people, they don't care for like interracial couples and gay marriage and you know, there's certain, you know, we're walking in downtown Charleston. I think it was Cinco de Mayo, and you see this guy and his wife. It was a black couple, and they were in their Range Rover, had spinners, and they're blasting music. And I'm like, whatever, you know, do you?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you see like this white guy, pink khaki shorts, white polo, boat shoes, and you're like, this guy's like a dick. You know he's a dick.
Yeah.
So they pull up to like a stoplight. The black couple, and he's walking across the crosswalk, and they're, you know, playing their rap music or whatever, and all of a sudden you see this white kid point at them, and you know they're not doing anything. He's like, "You guys are classless pieces of shit."
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, I elbowed Kat. I'm like, Kat, are you like seeing this right now? And all of a sudden, you know, we walk up, and this freaking guy's like pointing at him, cursing at him. You know, didn't throw any racial slurs out there, but was pointing at him, cursing at him, classless piece of shit. And all of a sudden, you see this guy throw his like Range Rover in the park in the middle of the road and pop out. He hopped out, and he was a monster.
I was waiting for this.
He was a monster. And all of a sudden, I see just this skinny white kid, just his face just like drops.
Right, he got whiter, huh?
Runs down the block. And I'm like, this guy's right. And then all of a sudden, the guy's chasing him down the block. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what? I'm like, Kat, this guy's gonna get the shit kicked out of him. I'm getting my phone out, getting ready to like videotape. And he, you know, his wife his girlfriend is just sitting there texting on her phone.
She didn't
like,
care. Normal.
So then, you know, he gets back in his car, and then he whips it around the corner and finds the guy again. Throws it in park, pulls into a parking spot this time. He's like, you motherfucker, you bitch, get back here, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I'm like, Kat, I gotta go talk to this guy. This is like my guy. I'm like, because the guy really deserved to get the shit kicked out of him. He was an asshole.
Yeah.
And, you know, me and Kat crossed the road, and I'm like, Kat, I'm gonna, you know, he was walking the other way back to his girlfriend or wife or whatever. I'm like, dude, you should have kicked the shit out of that guy. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking find that motherfucker tonight. And I was like, oh my god, this guy's a nut. And he was big guy, like he was a huge freaking guy, bulky. I'm like, oh my god, if he caught this guy, it would have been over. You know, the cops would have been involved in it. You know, but you know that goes back to the whole Southern culture. You know, it's, you know, most people are really nice, and not everybody's like that. You know, so you got people like that up here too.
Yeah.
But it's like these ritzy families, you know, like that really. You know, I hate to say it, but it's like trust fund families. It's old money. You know, their family owned a plantation or something like that. They got millions of dollars, and they think they're better than everyone. And
this person that like had this outburst was a kid, like a young person.
He was probably 27.
Wow,
that's kind of old to be acting like a moron.
Yeah,
I think anything is old. I mean,
I agree, but if he was like 21 years old and like trying to like sow his oats, that's one thing to act like a moron, you know, a stupid little brat that's
you're
like
an
handed
idiot.
stuff.
And he was by himself, that kid?
I can't believe
I didn't see him with anybody. Unless he was with his friends.
That's
and
ballsy,
he just left his friends because he was about to get the shit kicked out of him.
I wouldn't have. If I was his friend, I would just ignore him.
And then like me and Kat sat down to dinner. And we're like, man, I wish that guy just kicked the shit out of that kid. You know, like he deserves like an ass beating. You know, like reality check, buddy. That was like the craziest thing that we saw.
That's so funny.
And it happened right in front of us. I'm like,
I can't believe you've been holding that story in this whole time.
Yeah, I know. It was.
That is so funny.
I was waiting to bring it out at the right time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, Dill, question of the hour here. What was it like to grow up with me?
Growing up with Dina.
What's the age difference?
We're 6 years apart.
6 years. Okay, so it's like me and my brother.
Yeah.
That's a nice spread.
Our childhood was different because...
Oh, God, here it goes. No, you wait.
Whoa.
I already know where he's going with this.
You didn't give me a chance to talk.
No, because this is how this is going to go. When I was younger and I did something wrong, it was like phone plugged out of the wall, computer out of my room, locked in my room, like go to your room, blah, blah, blah. This fool sneaks out of the house and it's like, oh, Dylan, don't do that again. And that's it. That's it.
That's not entirely true.
Okay, so what happened? Dina, though, I can relate to you, though, because one, there's a 6-year age difference. 2, we're the oldest. So when I was pulling nonsense, the same thing would happen to me. When the boys pulled their nonsense, it was a little bit different. But it's 6 years later, and they're a different gender. We're talking, I mean, it goes.
But I never snuck out of the house.
Never?
Nope.
Really?
I never had to.
I did.
Oh my God. I mean, I hope my mom isn't listening to this. I can't tell you how many times I snuck out of the house.
Well, I mean, it's over now, so.
But.
What's she going to do? Punish you?
Maybe.
Ground you?
I'm scared. I'm still scared. But,
I think we talked about that too. No matter how old you get, you still feel like a child.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially when your parents are there.
Yeah.
You know, they show up and you're like. I don't want to say too much on this thing. No, but we were treated a little differently. I mean, I was given a little more leeway. I think girls are treated differently by it's parents that treat the girls differently. You know, they don't want them. I don't know. Guys, it's like a cultural thing.
And it's
an
expectation too. Like, I totally get it. I honestly get it. Like, it's an expectation. Like, boys are more rugged. It's just, I mean, stereotypes are all around us. You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
Boys are like you're anticipating a knock on the door from a police officer, or kid was in a fight, or girls, you don't expect that kind of thing.
Or somebody got hit by a car. Dylan.
No comment.
No, because now you got to tell the story, because this story didn't come out until like a couple years ago.
What was it, the 20th anniversary of our parents or something?
25th
wedding anniversary.
That's when it came out?
Yeah.
When did it actually happen?
All right. So it was one night when I may or may not have snuck out, took the neighbor boy's bike for a ride, and started heading north on 112.
On 112, he was going to where?
A party. So I took my it was Riley's bike. One of my childhood friends' little brothers. So I went to their garage. I took the bike.
You stole a bike.
The
you
doors.
Snuck out.
The doors. When we were kids, their door was always unlocked. So I walked into the garage. I popped the door open and I took the bike.
We have 2 major infractions so far.
Okay. Now we're driving down 112 on the bike. What time is it again?
12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
And we're obviously pre-driving age here, right? Because we're riding bikes.
Yes.
Okay.
I was probably 16 or 17.
Okay.
Wow, so that was like 10 years ago now. So I'm heading north on Route 112, and I get to... there's like a cleaning supply place, a private driveway, and then like Burger King.
Oh, yes. I know exactly where that is.
So I'm heading north, and you don't really see the private driveway. And I'm going to, I'm trying to get there. The party was up in Medford or something like that. So I was like riding my bike up to Medford. Yeah, it was like Medford. And this car comes out of the private driveway. It's an SUV. Drills me.
What?
Drills me. My phone at the time was like a tiny little flip phone. The battery went to the other side of 112.
Oh,
my phone almost went down the drain. I left a massive dent on this lady's SUV.
Did you come off of the bike?
Oh yeah, I went to the middle of the road.
Oh my God.
And
oh my God.
And I get up. I'm 16, so I was like, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I just hope nobody tells my mom. You know? So I get the bike, I grab one part of my cell phone and put it in my pocket, and I walk up to the lady. It was a lady. I think she was a Spanish lady, and her hands are over her face like this.
She just hit a kid.
Yeah.
She just hit a kid.
And
that's like the worst nightmare.
You know what? It didn't help that I was like wearing a black hoodie, on a black bicycle.
My God.
But she looked like she was gonna have a heart attack, and I'm like, listen, don't worry, I'm fine. And then I looked at her hood. I'm like, oh my God, there's an imprint of my body on this lady's hood.
Oh my God.
So I was like, don't worry about it, because she would have been in some deep shit if I had called the cops or something like that. She hit a child.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I was like, at that point, I was like, listen, don't worry about it. Just go. And she was a Spanish lady. She didn't really speak that much English, and I was like, just get out of here. Just this didn't happen. So she left, and then I proceeded to go to the other side of 112 to get the battery out of my phone. I put the battery back in my phone and turned my phone on, and I get a phone call from my buddy Jimmy. Wasn't at his house, but he's like, dude, where the hell are you? I'm like, dude, I just got hit by a fucking car, man.
Did you go to the party?
Oh yeah.
You made it to the party.
I made it.
Was the bike messed up?
Chain popped off, but that was easy.
That was it?
That was it.
Wow.
What happened was she more or less hit me than the bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
It's the crazy things you do when you're trying to.
If I got hit by a car like that now, I feel like I'd break every bone in my body.
Yeah, I think so. I think.
But because I was
scary,
young and 16, and the adrenaline was pumping because I just had gotten hit by a vehicle.
And you snuck out of the house.
Oh yeah,
So,
that was like the first thing that
enough.
popped into my head. I wasn't even worried if I'd broken a bone. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna end up in the hospital. My mom's gonna find out that I snuck out. But you know what? I ended up at the party. It was a good time.
Of course it was.
Yeah, and then years later, when his girlfriend at the time, Kat, was mad at him.
She told.
Yep.
She sold you out.
I got sold out.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. That was a good time.
And then I had to, just say that I didn't really go into as much detail as I just did, but I had to explain the whole story. And my mom's like, "What? Oh my God!"
That's so dangerous.
Oh, can you imagine? And then my mom, since we've both moved out of the house now, my mom took over both of our bedrooms. My bedroom is now
the closet.
No,
right?
her bedroom. She'll sleep there when my father is snoring and things like that.
Yeah.
She completely took over his
My
bedroom.
bedroom doesn't look like a bedroom anymore.
There's no bed in there.
It's a wraparound couch
Yeah.
in there with
Really?
a television.
It was like a second den.
Yeah, but she was cleaning out his closet
And
because
found
this
beer
guy
bottles.
still has stuff at the house.
Yeah, I've been moved out for 2 years and I still have.
Found beer bottles all in the closet.
I heard that story. Yeah.
Oh, she didn't tell me that story.
Yeah. She did the last time we were there. She was like, I was just cleaning out Dylan's.
But it was
There was empty beer bottles in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It could have been from when I was of age.
Yeah, right? Why would you hide them in your closet? You're not allowed to drink at home?
I don't believe that. That was when you were underage. Yeah.
I can't believe they were in there that long.
If they're like natty ices, then it definitely was from when I was in high school because that's the only thing I could afford.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's what I try to tell the youngins nowadays. Stop stealing my Blue Point and go write a passage at the bodega and find someone to buy a freaking 24-pack with your $10.
We called it shoulder tapping.
What does that mean?
Well, here comes another story.
Oh.
All right.
My mom's not going to be too happy about it. But, in 11th grade, way before Kat was in my life.
No, she was in your life.
She was in my life since 6th grade.
But you guys weren't dating.
We weren't, dating.
Okay.
Oh my God, these Alabama slaps. I just got the last sip.
You hit the SoCo. Like the SoCo sitting on the bottom. The Southern Comfort sitting on the bottom. And
Slammed.
That's so funny. But we used to hang out with this group of girls from Centereach, and one of their parents was like going on vacation or something like that, and we're like, all right, we're gonna go over to this girl's house this weekend and you know, throw like a huge party. And so, long story short, we said we were staying at my buddy Brandon's house in East Patrick somewhere, and I don't know how I got away with it. I really don't, because mom and dad were pretty good at like figuring me out. But
because you weren't that smart.
I wasn't that smart.
No.
But I didn't really care.
Yeah.
So we ended up in Centereach, which really isn't that far away, but for like a 16, 17-year-old kid, it was pretty far away.
Yeah.
So we start partying at these people's house, and I met this kid from Centereach, and he's like, "Come on, man, we're gonna go shoulder tapping," because we didn't get any beer. You know, if you don't have a buddy with a fake ID, it's hard to get. It's hard, you know. Yeah. There's only a certain amount of places that just look the other way.
Right.
But so shoulder tapping, we went to the liquor store, and you tap on people's shoulders and say, "Here's $30. Go get me a bottle of Georgie's vodka, please."
And that's a $10 bottle of vodka?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what, you know.
No, I'm just trying to put in perspective.
Take the $20. Don't worry about the change.
What is a $10 bottle of vodka worth?
Yeah. And the funny story about that one particular night is we tried to go in the liquor store, and they immediately pointed us out and said, "Get out of our liquor store." So we went to the alleyway behind the liquor store, and we finally got somebody to buy us a bottle of Georgie's. And when he came out, he said, "Yo, dudes, there's a security camera right out there, and they've been watching you the whole time."
Oh my God. Did he give you the bottle?
Nope.
He took your money and ran?
No, he gave us some money back.
Oh, okay.
But he wouldn't buy, the liquor store wouldn't let him buy the bottle of Georgie's.
Because they saw him.
Because they saw us give him the money.
Take the
money.
So that's when I first learned about shoulder tapping, and that's what they called it out there. I've never really called it that, but that's what it was.
Okay. Did you ever do it again? Like, did you learn from that and
because
No, because he got a fake ID.
immediately after.
A very close friend of ours, who you know, his son started making fake IDs, and I purchased one.
Really?
And it's scanned.
Legitimate? Oh, really?
It's scanned, so
Wow.
Got my first tattoo with a fake ID, but it wouldn't have scanned.
Matthew Lauer. You're talking to Matthew Lauer.
That was his name.
Oh, hi, Matt.
That's like the...
Age 24. I forgot where I live. Selden, something like that.
Oh, interesting.
When you go out, you should start introducing yourself as
Matthew
that.
Lauer.
Yeah, your alter ego. Mm-hmm. We talked about alter egos last week.
Or Matt.
Yeah.
Matthew,
have you ever used an
Matthew
alter ego?
Matthew Coffer or Lauer? Something like that.
Yeah, have you ever used an alter ego? Like said you're somebody else?
I can't say I have. I did, like, you know, my one of my childhood best friends from 6th grade, and we saw each other out one night at the Village Idiot, and
Pre-21?
Nope, no, it was
okay.
after 21. I think it was after 21.
Okay.
And there was these like girls, and it was like right around the time of like Jersey Shore, and that's what they were. And I was like, this girl looks like, you know, I had a couple beers, so I was like, this girl looks like fucking Snooki. And then like these girls started like hitting on us, and myself and Mike pretended that we were gay.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And it was
So it's not just girls that do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta put up the deflector some way, somehow. Yeah.
you got to get rid of some people sometimes.
You do.
You know? I was out with the bros.
Did it work?
I don't know. I kissed him on the cheek.
Oh, that's sweet.
You know,
Meaning
I wasn't so committed to kiss him on the lips, but you know, she stopped talking to us. So
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
yeah, it worked, I guess.
You know, I feel like the 6 years between us was a lot different when we were younger than it is now.
I do feel like
You know what
time
I mean?
shrinks when you get older.
Yeah.
We I was like the pesky little brother.
Yeah.
You know,
I
six
couldn't
years
stand 'em.
six
lot of
years
years.
younger at a young age is
Yeah.
different.
I remember, I don't remember, but my mom would say, when Dylan was brought home from the hospital, he was home for a little bit, and after a couple weeks, I said, all right, he can go back now. It's time for him to go back. I didn't want him around at all. But
No, I know. It's hard when you're the only child for an extended
For a
amount
while.
of time.
Yeah.
And then somebody else comes in and, takes up some time, I'm sure. From a kid's perspective,
Yeah.
that sucks.
But I have to say now, when we have friends that have sisters and things like that, and I'm sure, there's positives with having a sister, and, we do have an older sister.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do a younger sister. I like having a brother.
It's different. I mean, once we grew up, once I graduated,
Yeah.
we got really close.
Yeah.
We really did. It was a different relationship that we had. I was the annoying little brother.
Yeah.
Like I said, she didn't want me around. I didn't really
Care, right?
Care.
She was there.
I was annoying, and I know I was annoying because I meant to be annoying.
Plus,
But now we hang out all the time.
and plus, come with a brother comes brother's friends, and that's always fun too. Just kidding.
Funny.
So
No comment.
I mean, to get you, and you've kind of exhausted the friend circle, though. You got to move out of that.
yeah. I think in all areas of life, friend circles have to move out.
Yeah, right. It's time to move on.
Yep.
Bigger and better.
Yep.
So you don't settle for anything less than a Mercedes or a BMW.
Mm-hmm.
That's our standard at this point.
Yeah. There's no age limit. I don't even care at
No,
this point.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in high school,
Sugar
a year.
daddies?
Sure.
Sugar daddies.
Duh.
Yeah. I mean, what are you talking about?
Wait, there's another option?
Yeah. I didn't even take that into consideration. I want them to be extremely busy. And
And just shower me with money and gifts.
I don't even need gifts.
I just need money.
Just money. Yeah.
And not even...
Beer money.
Yes,
money.
that's exactly
Yeah.
money that I don't have to worry about depleting anytime.
And someone who's not going to
Question what you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah, harbor our lifestyle, because we kind of have a good life. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We get up and go when we want to get up and go, and I don't want to have
You
to
guys need somebody that's gonna roll with the punches.
roll
like
with
you.
the punches. Yes.
Rolling with the punches.
And answer.
That's something that I'm so good at.
phone
I'm just so good
calls,
at rolling
right?
with the punches.
Yes.
And just be in the background. You
Yeah.
can back burner me, but as long as I know that you're on the front burner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You haven't disappeared altogether. Just to
yeah.
drop in every once in a while. Hey, how you doing? Did you have fun last night? Oh, great.
yeah.
Can I have my credit card back?
No, more I've increased the limit. $11.
Yeah. One day.
It is what it is, right?
Exactly. So.
Oh, pianos.
Oh, yes.
We might as well get it in. We've gotten
I
this
totally
far,
forgot about
right?
that.
So one thing that we recently fell in love with was a dueling piano show that we have.
Oh, good.
Right, Meatball was having them Thursdays over the summer.
Yeah. But I have to tell you, I was the first one to get involved in this dueling pianos thing because
at Disney, right?
Disney.
Yes.
At there's a piano bar down at Disney and at Jelly Rolls. That's what it's called.
That's
at the
what it's
boardwalk.
called. Yep.
And when I was down there with good friends of mine, we just happened to go in, and we had to pay it was weird. It was a $11.25 cover. It was bizarre.
Okay.
And we're all right,
The
whatever.
text cover.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Strange.
So we go in, and it was a different world. It was just people were up and just so happy, and everyone was dancing, playing, and there were two pianos, literally two pianos on the bar. And these two guys, well, there actually were four guys, and they would alternate every so many songs. And, you know, you request these songs, you write them on napkins, you put them on the bar, you give them a little tip, or you put them on the piano, you give them a little tip, and they play the song. And then you can then, if you're not a fan of the song that's playing, give them a bigger tip, and they can stop the song. So it was like so intriguing. And I mean, granted in Disney it was a little bit cleaner than what we've seen up here.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
but
fun.
it is a fun time.
Did you ever have a drummer?
Oh yes, on New Year's Eve.
We had when we went down to Charleston, we walked past. We went to this like church restaurant place, and right next to it was a honky tonk, and I'm like, oh, it's like the only honky tonk in town, my kind of place. And there it said dueling pianos on the sign, 8 to 11. And I'm like, Kat, Cinco de Mayo, let's go to dueling pianos.
Yeah.
So we went and ate dinner, and you know, like 8:30 we ended up at, it wasn't even in the honky tonk. It was, you walk to the right on the front porch and go up a whole bunch of stairs.
Oh, really?
And it's like in a hole, like a hole in the wall place with this huge bar, a huge like wooden bar, and two pianos up front. And we walked up, and there's like, they're playing songs, everybody's having a good time, but there's like 15 people in the room. And we're like, what's going on here? Like, why is there nobody here? This is kind of strange, you know? So, you know, I went to the bar, got a beer, got her a drink, and then all of a sudden, people started like coming up the stairs. Bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, giant groups of people, and they started just bidding, and the one song that me and Kat wanted was Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen. So I put like, I think that was like the only song I bid in, so I put like $10 or $15 down. I'm like, throw it down, and you hear the guys going back and forth. Yeah, we got Bohemian Rhapsody here, I got $10 here, yeah, I got it over here, $15. And I don't think they particularly like playing that song because they get it like, requested all the time.
That, and it's like 20 minutes long.
So he's like, yeah, you know, like another $30, and we're gonna play Bohemian Rhapsody. So people throw in, and he gets another $30, and he's like, okay, another $40, and we're gonna play Bohemian Rhapsody.
Wow!
Some lady got so fed up, I guess the original lady, that they ended the song, and she took $100 bill.
$100
slapped it on the. They ended up making like $170 something.
They
played the song.
They had to play the whole song.
I can't remember, but we were discussing this at a time. Like, what is the most money? Because I'll bring dollar bills, fives. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Dina over here.
You want to know something? The thing is,
so bad.
The thing is, if you choose a song they don't usually play, they'll most likely play it, because it's like, oh, this is different. You know, I don't really play this, and they'll see it, and they'll be like, oh yeah, this would be.
Yeah.
But you know, like a song that they play every single night.
They know that everybody wants to hear that song, so they're going to pull $170.
They played Eminem. They played "Lose Yourself" at one point. Eminem, and I was like, man, that's cool. You know, like. Yeah. But
it is.
I think
I
think what made it cool was actually the drummer, because the drummer was on point with like all of
and that's my thing. How do they know like how to play all these songs? It's crazy to me.
They have to just do it constantly.
And I think that they also, did your guys have iPads in front of them? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're musicians. Yeah. So they can pull up some sheet music and boom.
Music.
No, I'm telling you, when we went for New Year's Eve, we went to the city and we did It
was actually the guys from Meatball that did the New York City show. Yeah. The Meatball show. You know what? I've been to 2 Meatball shows. I've been to the Meatball show in Patchogue with Dina and some friends. And then I've been to the Meatball show in Farmingdale. Mm-hmm. And the difference in the shows was definitely the crowd.
Yeah.
If the crowd is not into the bidding war, then there's no show.
It's not fun.
Yeah, it was the most... But, you know,
you know what? I feel like it's so weird at the beginning, especially if you're a new person to what's going on, and you're like, wait, people have to put money on the piano for them to be playing songs. Right. But like then once the drinks start flowing and they start getting into it.
I think it's a group activity too.
It is a group activity.
So me and Kat, we had a blast. But it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
I was like, Kat, if if we had Megan and Chris
Yeah.
and, our really close friends here and a whole group of people, this would be the funnest thing in the world because we'd all be, dancing our asses off, throwing money on the bar, having fun, drinking beers and whatever. I'm like, this would be a blast with a whole bunch of people like you,
and
you
we
go
did
with
that on
such a
New
good
Year's
time
Eve.
on New Year's Eve,
Yeah. I mean, and I think we started the party.
Yeah.
Like I think
We were a big group of
we
people.
were enough people that we actually encouraged
get everybody up
else
and
to get
feel
up.
comfortable because it's
because
just
it was,
that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be like, you're supposed to be having a good time singing the songs along with them
because they are all sing-alongs for the most part. Yeah.
Were they like? Did they have like? Were they dirty at any points of the time?
Yeah.
Like
there was because it's a comedy music.
And that's the thing. I think there's like a dueling piano school these people have to go to.
I think so.
Because
there was a couple celebrating 35 years of marriage or something, so they had them come up and they did like the head, shoulders, knees, and toe song, but it was like dirty.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And it was really funny. Like
a cue for like latecomers.
Where they said, "Look at like
thanks for joining us." Or
asshole.
Really? No. You want to know why? Because it was like the pianos, and then it was a wall, and then stairs coming up behind the piano, so you could sneak in behind the crowd.
Yeah, I think like there was if someone late would come in, they would be like, "Look who's here!" And then everyone would have to like say something to the people that like came in. It's
That's
so
awesome.
funny.
I'm hoping that they do it again because I'm like really excited.
We have to try.
go back.
I think what is it, Riverhead Cider House that does?
Oh
it
yeah, they do
over
it.
the summer.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll definitely do that.
We should get like a huge group of
We
people.
should, and that's
so
like
much
a fun place to go. But that's a day drinking place because I think they're only open till 7, so we have to all go out there on a weekend.
But I mean, with the dueling piano situation, I was one of those people that did put a high dollar bill on the.
She came back to the table and she said,
I just paid $50
for a song.
Oh
I don't even remember what song. Oh, they played
play
that song and they played the song all the way through, but I don't remember what song.
You could probably look in your notes because we had like 2 songs each in our notes because we couldn't think of songs that we wanted to hear played. So what song was it?
I don't know. Was
Look
it
in
like
your
Pour
notes.
Some Sugar on Me? Or
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure they've never heard that one before.
I don't think I have it in these notes here.
I wanted to
I had
put
a
down for
different phone.
Chicken Fried by Zach Brown.
That one. I think that's on your list.
Yeah, that was probably on my list because you know what? Sarah likes to hear that song. It's like her one country.
That's
She
a
also
great-
likes to hear
that's a great song.
Pony every single time. That's definitely on her list.
Yes. So, no, but dueling pianos is definitely an experience that needs to be had. It's a fun time. Especially, like we said, if you go with a big group of people.
Yeah.
So. All right, well, that's another episode.
Another one in the books.
Yes.
It was a good one.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And thanks for being our first
male.
It was fun.
Thanks for being our first
Making
penis on the show.
Making wine liars and beer history over here.
Yeah, we had some wine. I put the cork back in it because of the Alabama flavor. We had some lies.
We did. Yes.
Yeah.
And I put beer in the fridge.
You did put beer in the fridge. I know, you just keep adding to the beer.
Yes.
But, it was definitely fun.
Yeah, so.
Keep collecting those stories, because...
Will do. I'm going to have to come back.
You will have to come back.
In a number of episodes.
Yeah, over the summer we'll be booking.
The return of Dylan.
The return of history. On her story.
Yes.
All right.
Remember to follow us always. Instagram.
Facebook.
Twitter.
We still haven't figured out the Google Play stuff.
Yeah, no.
Learn about RSS feeds.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about that.
SoundCloud.
Oh, SoundCloud and YouTube.
And YouTube, yes.
Follow them all.
Follow them all.
Listen to us.
All right.
All right, bye.
Take care.